Imagine this. Eyes so huge they're bigger than the brain behind them, staring straight at you from a tree branch. Creepy? Sure, but also kinda hilarious. Before you even blink whoosh, a shadow dives right over your head. No sound, no warning, just silence. Like the night itself decided to move, and just when you think it can't get weirder, a tiny lizard switches colors like it's changing outfits for a red carpet event. Green, brown, yellow. Pose. Now here's the wild part. These aren't Marvel characters. They're real. The bug-eyed ninja, the ghost of the night sky, and the master of color. The tarsier, the owl, and the chameleon. But here's why you'll want to stick around. Because each of these creatures, strange as they look, hides a survival lesson. A lesson about focus, about wisdom, about change. The kind of lessons we humans can actually use in our own lives. Stay with me until the very end of this video, because you might just see your own weird side in a whole new way. So right now, let's step into their world and meet them. Our first guide is the tarsier, a primate so small it could fit in the palm of your hand. But those eyes, they're each bigger than its brain, like a haunted doll, staring right into your soul. The tarsier waits, perfectly still. Then without warning, it leaps, not one body length, not 10, but 40 times its own size. That's like a human, jumping across an entire football field. Why? Because those giant eyes pull in every scrap of light, guiding a leap with deadly precision. And its long fingers, like grappling hooks, catch branches in midair. It looks cute, but in motion, it's a ninja in fur pajamas. Lesson 1. Being small isn't weakness. If you see further than the giants around you, you win. But sight is only half the story. Tarsiers hear what we cannot. Ultrasonic whispers of insects. The faint rustle of a lizard in the dark. To us, silence. To them, a dinner bell. It's like carrying a spy gadget, tuned to a secret frequency. Basically, it's the Batman of the jungle, minus the cape. Lesson 2. Your hidden gift may look useless to others, but if you know how to use it, it becomes unstoppable. And here's the twist. People see the tarsier's big eyes, tiny body, and think, harmless. But it's a ruthless hunter, not a fruit eater, not a nectar sipper. It crunches crickets, lizards, even small birds. Cute? Yes. Harmless? Not at all. Lesson 3. Appearances lie. Behind the softest face can hide the sharpest instincts. So what does the tarsier teach us? That size doesn't define strength, focus, perspective, and using your hidden senses. That's what makes small unstoppable. Our next teacher is the owl. 2 glowing eyes, a silent swoop, and then it vanishes. Owls are the ninjas of the night sky. Ghostly, precise, unseen until it's too late. Picture this. A mouse scratches in the grass below. It thinks the night is safe, but above, the owl spreads its wings, wide and steady. It dives, without a single sound. Why silence? Because its feathers are shaped like velvet combs. They break up the air, canceling the noise of flight. The mouse hears nothing until the claws close in. It's the Tesla of birds, always in silent mode. High tech, but built by nature. Lesson 1. Real strength is not noise. It's preparation, patience, and a strike no one expects. But silence isn't its only trick. Look at its head. An owl can turn it almost all the way around, 270 degrees, far enough to see what most others miss. How? Its bones and blood vessels are built to keep flowing even when twisted. Where we would break, the owl bends. Lesson 2. To see the full picture, you must change your angle. Flexibility of vision is flexibility of mind. And let's clear up a myth. Owls are symbols of wisdom, but wisdom is not soft. In the wild, owls are fierce hunters. They strike with precision and take what they need to survive. So the true wisdom of the owl is this: not knowing everything, but knowing when to wait and when to act. Together, silence, vision, and decisive action make the owl a master of the night. And now, the chameleon. At first glance, just a small lizard on a branch. But wait, and the magic begins. One moment, it's green, blending with the leaves. The next, a rusty brown, like bark under the sun. Then yellow, like a neon sign flashing. Look at me. It changes outfits faster than a Hollywood diva. But colors are only the start. Watch its eyes. One looks left, the other looks right. Each moves on its own, scanning the world like two security cameras. Together, they give the chameleon a full circle view. Lesson 1. See life from more than one angle, and you'll notice what others miss. Then comes the tongue. It launches like a spear, twice the length of its body. Faster than the blink of an eye. One snap and the insect is gone. Lesson 2. Patience plus preparation equals precision. Wait for the right moment, then act with speed. And those famous colors? Most people think it's just camouflage. But that's not the full story. Chameleons change color to talk to each other, to show mood, even to attract mates. It's basically the ultimate mood ring but alive. Lesson 3. Adaptation is not only about hiding, it's about connection, changing when needed. Not to disappear, but to communicate. So what does the chameleon teach us? That survival is not about being the strongest. It's about being flexible, patient, and smart enough to change. So what do these three creatures really teach us? From the tarsier, we learn that size doesn't decide power. Focus and using your hidden senses, that's what makes small unstoppable. From the owl, we learn that silence and perspective are weapons of wisdom. Wait, watch, and act at the right time. And from the chameleon, we learn that adaptation is strength. Flexibility is not weakness. It's the secret to survival and connection. Put them together, and here's the bigger truth. Real power is not about being loud, or big, or flashy. It's about how you see when you strike, and how you adapt. Weird doesn't mean weak. In nature, weird often wins. Now here's my question for you. If you had to choose one survival skill from tonight's animals, would you pick the tarsier's focus, the owl's perspective, or the chameleon's adaptability? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to know which lesson speaks to you most. If you enjoyed this journey into the weird side of nature, hit that subscribe button. It's way easier than leaping like a tarsier, and it means you won't miss the next adventure. So next time someone laughs at weird, remember this: the bug-eyed ninja, the ghost of the night, the living color shifter. They remind us all that the strangest creatures can carry the strongest lessons. Stick around for more weird animal facts with real life lessons. See you soon.